What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stacks, aka Sneaker Master, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Shoe Views. My favorite sneaker of all time, the Jordan Bred 11. It got a secret spot in my heart. I just remember watching him wearing it in the game and just the patent leather, the shininess, the red was my favorite color. I remember there used to be this store down in Toronto on Queen Street called The Zone, and they had it in a glass case, and it was $1,200. And I said, man, I need to get that shoe. I need to get that shoe. It's funny like how I got into sneakers, and in all honesty, it's my daughter's mom who actually turned me into the monster that I am today. I was just never in a financial position as a kid, or nor did I have parents that were willing to buy me expensive sneakers when I was younger. So I never had the opportunity of keeping up with the Joneses and getting everything as my daughter has today, and she's so blessed to have today. I never had an opportunity to have certain things, certain sneakers that I wanted. I remember my first Jordan that was ever purchased for me was from my daughter's mom. It was actually the Bred 13, and I think she got me the special edition 19s, the black and gold ones. At that point too. That was about 2005, and since then, just turned into a beast, turned into a monster. So I just wanted every sneaker that I saw that I liked, and I wanted to match with my daughter.
Hit it. Ouch!
All-Star Weekend. So this actually, I'm releasing this on All-Star Sundays. So right now we're talking about upcoming releases, which probably already did come out, right? So by the time you all are watching here on my YouTube, y'all, this shoe has already come out. The shoes already come out. Now I just want to know, out of all the kicks that you see coming out this weekend, what is your most anticipated kick this week to pick up for you personally? Okay, let's say it like this. What are you trying to go out there to get just because you got to get it for trade bait or resale or whatever you want to call it? And then what is the kick that you're going out there for your personal, yourself?
Well, personally, I'm really feeling those black OVO Jordan 8s. When I seen those, I'm like, yo, I gotta get a pair of those. Not the white ones. Honestly, I don't like any of those Drake OVOs, to be honest. But just another thing about getting those, they really look nice. It's a nice shoe. I like the way it looks. Has a nice silhouette to it. They actually made it with an actual proper black and gold theme this time, which I really like. I'll probably get the coat with it too.
True. And what sneaker other than that are you out for on the hunt for other reasons?
Oh, I'm feeling those gold toe ones too. Personally, like, yes, I ended up having a pair of the top threes, which I was fortunate enough of getting, but I really like the right shoe. Even when they showed the original pictures of them in like November when they had them drop for Complex Con. But it's like one of those, I like the right shoe, really. I just only got them because, well, I had an opportunity to.
I like the right shoe too.
But that's what the gold toes are.
But that's the gold toe.
Sure
but the thing about it is with the right shoe is like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of like too much white on the sneaker just because of like scuffing, and I like the white toe because it was different, because it was the white patenting, kind of brought it back to that whole old school like Chicago patenings and everything like that. So I kind of liked it.
Like 01.
And I thought that if they were probably gonna do the white toe, that the outside should have been white. Now, when they're doing the right shoe and you're calling it the gold toe, I would have liked to see the inner mid white.
Well, why don't you just show them a pair of your top threes?
So, what I was trying to say is, so first of all, this is a beautiful shoe. Like me, I'm a sucker for patent leather, and you know what I mean? So I'm a sucker for patent leather. Now, what I was saying about the gold toes that are releasing, I personally don't like too much white on the sneaker. But now, if they were going to do a shoe, you keep the white on the outer side, and on the gold toe, the actual right shoe, the gold toe which is coming is going to look like this sneaker, like right now. that's how the gold toe is gonna look as a sneaker. But what I would have preferred to see is that the black be on the outer side and the inner side would have been white. It would have looked like a much cleaner sneaker. I just think there's too much going on. I don't know how you feel about it. I think there's just too much going on. Like,
I agree with you.
Like, I'm just saying, and okay, maybe it might look like too much like the 2012
That's good
versions.
enough, 'cause those are the ones I wanted anyway.
And I got those too. Paid quite a bit for them, $1,000, but they were definitely worth it. I had to get them, and I don't care.
What currency?
Well, after the conversion, I shopped around, believe me, because those things are going for sometimes 3,000. So I mean, I shopped around.
Well, you paid a bit for them at the time, but now
1,000 Canadian. So I'm really happy with that. And like I said, I just thought that if it looked like this, it would have just been a clean all the way around. Not even all the way around. If the inner was white, the outer was black. That's how I feel about these. But I'm happy to get the top threes. And as far as myself, I'm anticipating. Well, there's many things like the OVOs. To be honest with you, no disrespect again, not feeling them as much as I know a lot of hype beasts are. I know a lot of dudes are gonna be in the line or trying to get their hands on it that are actually even not sneakerheads. They're just fans of Drake, and I understand it. My go-to shoe, I'm a sucker for patent leather, so it probably got to be the gold toes. And if it had to be anything else, the black cement threes. I know there's a little bit of hype about that.
Yeah, that's a very anticipated shoe.
That's an anticipated
especially
shoe.
for the OG heads too. Anyway, so my whole thing with the Jordan 3s is one of those. They're finally dropping these. A lot of OG heads want a pair, and they're finally doing it with the Nike Air on the back. Unlike some of the older ones, like these are from the Countdown pack from 2008. This has the Nike Air on the back. They also did them in 2011 and just released them singly. This was in the pack with the 20s that are somewhere in this house, but we'll find those at another
We'll
time.
find those another time.
So with these, and it also has the Jordan thing down here as well.
I wore these. I wear my sneakers, by the way.
Yeah, that's why there's some wear and tear to them.
There's some wear and
No,
tear. So I'm happy to
that
get a new
cement
pair.
cracking.
And I'll tell
It
you the
happens.
reason I'm happy to get a new pair is because this is actually even not in my size. This is a size 10.5. I was able to slide my foot in there
they're
easily.
my size.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm 11.5, so I took a
Which
little
we
bit of a...
still don't understand why he buying shoes that are 10 and a half.
Listen, if you can't get the sneaker you want and you know you can fit your foot, who's with me? I want any YouTuber right now.
I don't understand.
comment
It makes
below
0 sense.
if you don't mind going a size down or a size up just to get the sneaker that you want. So comment below. I want to hear what y'all thoughts on that. Like, I want to let you know that like I've jumped to like crazy sizes until I got corns on my feet, and then I knew, okay, I can't wear this shoe. I gotta get rid of it or trade it or do whatever. But this wasn't too bad. I still wear these, and when I get the Nike Air treatment, the only how I'm gonna wear them is when I wear them with my daughters. So that's the only time I'm gonna wear them. So I'm anticipating that. I'm kind of really upset that Canada gets shysted out of everything all the time. Going back to the gold toes, they have them in adult sizes and grade school sizes, yet I still can't find a store in Canada. Yet we have a Jordan store. And can you just name to me how many Jordan stores are around the world?
I think 2.
There's 4. There's one in Hong Kong, there's one in Dubai, there's one in Chicago, and then we have the Jordan store here.
In Dubai.
So, and I think, and so I'm just letting you know, there's not too many of those stores around, and yet still we can't get a cause for it. We can't get...
Neither of the causes.
Neither of the causes don't come here.
Disrespect.
They don't give us sizes on, and I'm just saying, like, I think that's pure disrespectful right there. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Jordan Brand
need to step it up, let you know that. And this is why I'm doing this channel, because I want to know that there is some crazy sneakerheads out here. We got to demand. Yes, shoes sit on the shelf because we don't have the numbers like that, but at least gives us a chance to get at least 20 pairs out here. We're not asking, just give us something. Give us a chance. We can't get raffles. We can't order online sometimes from certain sites
because
of America.
We just live in Canada.
Because we live in Canada.
And y'all gonna kill us with the shipping rates anyway.
So, but, I'm really mad. I need a pair for my daughter, size 7Y, So if anybody knows in America where I can get that, because Canada got shysted, let us know. Okay, so we talked about the slam dunks, free throw threes that are coming out. We talked about the gold toes. We talked about the OVO, the black OVOs that are coming out. We touched base on that. We talk about black cement threes. What are the sneakers coming out All-Star Weekend that we should look out for that might be hype?
Oh, there's one that we didn't touch on, which are called the Big Bang foam posits.
That's similar to the Galaxy foams that dropped.
Well, I personally call them the bootleg Galaxies, really and truly. Like, it's a poor man's Galaxy. Let's be real.
I'm not a big foam person. I got a few in my collection, but I'm not a huge foam person. I think that if I was to cop that, if I had any extra room just to cop those, I think that I would, but it would be more so for a trade off onto something that I could not get. Or, I don't know. Maybe I'll hold on to it. Maybe I'll wear it one day. I do appreciate the mirror foams and the previous Galaxy foams, but...
now, those Galaxies are dope.
Yeah.
I do not like these.
Did you see the Shock Attacks that are supposed to drop?
The Superman ones?
Those are pretty dope.
With me, Shacks were not really my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I sent a picture of those to one of my homies on IG, and he's a huge Superman fan, so I really thought he liked them. He just writes, "Them are ugly. I don't want those."
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm like, well, I was
to each his own, right?
buy, but
to each his own. Other news: NBA trade deadline happened recently. There's a lot of movement, especially in the East. Especially in the East, a lot of movement. What do you think about this trade deadline?
Well, GM LeBron wasn't too happy about his team because they were struggling a lot, and LeBron's teams never like, they had their lulls in the middle of January, but not like this. Like, there's just something that was going on in the locker room.
I'll tell you what's going on.
What?
You got rid of one of the best players in the NBA right now. You got rid of Kyrie Irving, the person I felt was a strong factor to Cleveland getting a championship ring. So I'm just saying. I know
but
there's a lot of LeBron.
Be there, though.
And why do you think he didn't want to be there?
Well, that's something between Kyrie, LeBron, and their GM.
But I'm just
never
saying,
know that we'll see on an ESPN documentary 30 for 30 in like 10 years.
Don't get it wrong. If I tell you Boston's going to the NBA Finals this year,
it's a very high possibility.
And I'm just telling you because Kyrie's always been the underdog of what he was trying to do. Kyrie's always been the man.
I don't see about underdog.
Well, I mean, underplayed compared to LeBron. Like,
everyone's underplayed compared to LeBron. LeBron's the greatest player of our generation.
Well, I mean, there's certain people that would...
Come on,
man. I'm telling you, there's certain people that would fight against that. I'm one of those people.
Fight against what, though?
I respect LeBron's game. Don't get it twisted. I think that he's a championship basketball player. I do. Can he beat a Golden State Warriors?
Nobody can. Who's gonna beat that team, though?
Okay,
let's be real.
Okay,
Jordan's great 90s Bulls teams could not beat that offensive juggernaut team.
But I'm just saying that's a team to be reckoned with. Kyrie's move to Boston has put Boston on another level. Not only has it put Boston in another level, but it's also given Kyrie Irving his time to shine, his time to prove that he's not the shadow of LeBron, that maybe he even carried that team of LeBron. Do you think that's fair to say?
We know Kyrie carried parts of that Cleveland Cavaliers team. Put it this way. What other trade did you really think that you can get in that whole
Kyrie wanted to leave. So you needed something to get to fill in the space
at that
Kyrie.
Time, that was a great
that's
trade.
a big shoe to fill in.
Absolutely.
But
also, who around the league would you have did that trade with? That was a great trade. It just didn't work out. It happens.
That's true. So now let's just talk about
the actual trades that happened during the trade deadline. Well, Isaiah was not working out in Cleveland, clearly. Like, he is one of the worst plus-minus players in the league at the time. He can't guard a graveyard. Never could play a lick of defense. He's one of the worst defenders in the entire league this season, stats-wise. Like, they just weren't clicking. They weren't playing well. He was shooting like 35% from the field. He was terrible from three-point line. It just wasn't working. It was just trying to make a movement. Jay Crowder was a shell of himself. Channing Frye was one-dimensional, and he was old. Wade and LeBron, like, Wade was a distraction. It was taken away from LeBron from being the team player that he needed to be. So he had to go too.
Did you think, okay, we're bringing back Miami Heat championship Miami Heat team by bringing Wade to Cleveland?
But that's one player.
But, you know, they had big expectations for Isaiah Thomas. They had big expectations when they had Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is injured and broken down. Okay?
He's not the Derrick Rose.
This is not 2012.
That's right.
Derrick Rose had his opportunity to play with LeBron in 2010. But he ended up going on record saying, it's not my job to call other people to join your team. And that's why your ass has no championships.
You think that they're on the road to a finals match up against whoever makes it out, Golden State, out the West? But you think that...
Well, that's exactly what it's going to be. Like,
okay.
Come on now.
But I'm just saying, do you think
barring injury?
Do you think there's going to be a change
Nope.
in Cleveland's...
Cleveland's still going to end up going to the NBA Finals.
You think that they have a better chance than Boston? You think that they're going to get through the East?
They still have LeBron.
They still have LeBron, but do you think LeBron now, with this added addition of younger players...
Now, maybe if Boston had Gordon Hayward and he was healthy the whole year, my opinion would be different, but...
Okay. Are you willing to make a bet on that?
Wait, what would you want
let's
to
say
bet?
YouTubers, let's just say, I want to know what y'all think. Like, I mean, I know a lot of majorities are LeBron fan, and like, don't take me as a hater. I'm saying,
not a LeBron fan. I'm a Kobe fan. I just appreciate
fan.
Greatness.
Kevin Durant, one of the greatest players to me, and even Michael Jordan, when he was put on the spot and they asked him, they said to Jordan, LeBron or Kobe, and Jordan said Durant, and I was probably just as shocked as anybody else, because to hear that out of his mouth, that he even acknowledged and recognized such greatness in Durant. You could call it what you wanted for moving from Oklahoma you could tell that there was some bad blood between him and Westbrook, and they just wasn't playing together. They weren't connected. Yes, they made it to the finals.
No, they connected off the court.
They were still great team, and they were still great players. But what happens is you got to make moves for the better of yourself. And the thing about it is,
organization.
And exactly. So you can hate on Durant all you want. I think he's not. Westbrook, one of my favorite players. Steph Curry, one of my favorite players. Klay Thompson, one of my favorite players. Kyrie Irving. There's a lot of names on the list that I'm going to say. I'm not saying I'm saying all of them over LeBron, but I'm just saying there's a lot of names on the list before I could say give LeBron that title. Yes, you got some championships under your belt.
He averaged a triple-double in the NBA Finals.
I didn't even mention Harden.
No one's ever done that.
I never even mentioned Harden.
Harden chokes in the playoffs.
Well, you know what
Did you not watch his last playoff game?
Okay, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of people.
Oh my God.
A lot of people. I'm not.
Harden
I'm just saying,
is a choke artist.
I want to know. Comment below. Let me know if you think that LeBron and the Cavaliers could pull through, make it to the NBA Finals this year. I want to hear your comments below. We didn't talk about a lot of other trades and DeMarcus Cousins being out. That's a big hit for New Orleans.
Just ain't making the playoffs, so.
Well, I mean,
their season's over.
They're in the West Side, so I mean, anything on the West, you could average a 500, have a 500 average, and still be the number 12 seed in the West. It's really easy to get through in the East, and now with that trade that trade. One of probably the biggest of all time, LA Clippers making that trade to the Detroit. I was telling my peoples that Detroit was on some route to some craziness because they were silent killers. And don't sleep on Minnesota either in the West. But I'm saying Detroit was coming back with a vengeance. They had a lot of young talent, and then just by adding Blake Griffin to the team.
Well, they rolled the dice on that trade, to be honest.
When he comes over to the East now, he's
going to dominate.
Detroit's going to be, and when you come to the East, it's nothing like the West. So when you come to the East, It's a whole different ball game. You got a better chance. You can have an under 500 average and still make it in the playoffs. So I don't know how you feel.
No, I agree with that. But
So-
the whole thing is Detroit made a huge gamble with this trade. Because if you look at the back end of Blake Griffin's contract, he's going to be 32, 33 years old and making $39 million. Do you really want to pay an injury-prone power forward that much who hasn't improved on his game whatsoever since he's been in the league?
I don't know. His debut was pretty impressive to me. So
But
I'm
he hasn't gotten better.
Eh,
He's the same player that he was when he came in the league.
I guess.
Run, jump, and dunk. No post game, no jumper. Scared to guard anyone on the post. He's the exact same player from day one. He's developed nothing.
Well,
And you're going to be paying him $38 million.
how long was that contract for?
He just signed it last offseason.
No, I'm saying how long?
5 years.
5 years. We'll see.
A 33-year-old injury-prone power forward. Huge risk.
Big risk. Anything else?
They
that we
just
think
did
we
that
should-
to sell tickets, to be honest. It looks good now, but we'll see what happens in 2020.
We'll see.
Well, Cleveland's going to make it to the NBA Finals and lose in 5 games to the Warriors.
We already know the Warriors coming out the West. We already know that. We know the Warriors are going to be the champions again.
From the future.
I just want to see who's going to come out the East because I don't think
in June.
I don't think it's going to be Cleveland, and that's why I say it. So like I don't think it's going to be Cleveland, but.
They're beautiful.
All right, y'all. This is a special part, and this is the unboxing of our first pickup of the year. I think you also got these as well.
I got mine.
Okay, he got his pair too. So
We were in line together.
and we were in line together. You probably
was a
some of the
struggle.
it was a struggle, and if you see some of the opening clips of the promo video one, then you're gonna see that that was part of the lineup for these. And what I'm gonna be showing you right now, if you can tell from the nice box, my favorite color, by the way, red. It's the Levi's Jordans. Now this is gonna be an unboxing of it. I know I'm showing these a bit late because these came out in January. Make sure I got my receipt. They official like a referee with a whistle. Comes with a nice little card and stuff like that. So we're gonna do the unboxing now. I mean, I was hearing a lot of rumors that there was a lot of fakes going around of these more than the actual shoe, because these were extremely limited. I don't know if you know how limited this sneaker was, and it was crazy.
It was limited enough that Cash from New York came to Canada.
So I'm gonna let you hold that one. And I'm gonna take this one because there's a lot of also. I also heard that not everybody got this little joint on there. Not
I heard
everybody
about
got
that too.
that Levi's joint. So I don't know if your pair. I want to see you comment before. If you happen to get lucky and get the pair of the Levi's 4s, I want to know, did you get that little tag that said Levi's on it? And so I'm just saying, I know I saw DJ Khaled showing these off, and I really wanted these. I love denim material. I think denim is great. I think they did a really good job. I'm really happy and satisfied that they actually went the full length and put the denim on the midsole. I really like the fact that they did that, because a lot of times they would just do something weird where they're gonna give it a white midsole, maybe change the color and ruin the shoe. For me personally, they did a really good job with these. The quality, immaculate. The stitching, it just looks great. The red bottom with the gum is
Very well done.
very well done. Very well. I really enjoyed these. T-Dot Customs on Instagram. T-Dot Customs did a crazy, probably my favorite. I've seen a lot of different customization, the customizing to
I like when he did his red accent.
exactly the red Jumpman. You're gonna see it on the screen right now. But you got the red Jumpman on there. The hint of I think we put the red bottom on there too, and it was just. Shout out to T-Dot Customs doing that joint right there, man. He was in the line with us too, so I mean his peers official like a referee with a whistle too. And don't get it twisted, because a lot of these dudes be customizing these things and they be fake. And his was official. He was in line with us. We know.
We can
He's
vouch for him.
certified. But yeah, Like I said, great hints. Texture. Oh, just the quality, amazing.
So if y'all can just see that just a little bit of how well that's really done.
Big fan of the fours. I'm a big fan of the fours. I really like the fours. So, just a big fan of the fours. I think that this is a really good sneaker. Let me know who got a pair of the Levi's fours. Scheduled to come out, the black denims in May. Also, I think the white denims are coming out as well. I've seen a lot of pictures. I saw a lot of pictures of the black. Now I saw the different version, what was all black with the red bottom. I don't think that's the official version, but and it had it had some red on.
Those and
that one, if that's the case, I'm gonna throw this to the side. I'm gonna take those black ones. But did you get the Levi's fours? What do you think about them? Do you think it's overhyped? Do you think that
but it's official.
I'm just saying. And I don't know. Like I said, this is my first pickup of the year. Our first pickup of the year. I don't know if you guys something before that.
Don't think so.
No, this was my first pick of the year, so I'm gonna be very selective this year, but I'm gonna still show y'all that this was this joint is the joint.